Dixie Decker here, queen of student housing, but I want to talk about something that's not student housing. So it's a couple deals. I'll actually break this down to two different videos for you guys, but the first one I want to talk about is subject to. It was one of the first deals that I did, because even though I do student housing, I still do subject tos, lease options, owner financing, different buying strategies, and sometimes even different exit strategies if I haven't bought them right around campus. So a lot of people are asking me right now, the market's really hot. Are you selling your inventory? Are you still buying? Yes, we're still buying. We're still rehabbing. We're still putting students in. But I'm usually a keeper. So everything that we acquire, our mantra is keep. It's a buy and hold strategy. But there's a couple properties that I got into when I first started, and it's just the right time to sell them. It just makes sense. So I bought a little house outside of town on a subject to. That just means I took the deed over, and the loan was still in their name, but they were going to abandon the property. So we continued making that payment for them, and we were able to subject to or transfer the deed into our name. That happened, oh my gosh, that was one of my first deals. I think it was in around 2014. And I put in, so here's the numbers. I'm gonna let you guys break them down, but I moved in a tenant buyer because it wasn't around campus, and they put down $8,500, and then I gave them the option to renew their lease option with me every 12 months. So at the end of 12 months, if they weren't ready to purchase, they put down another $1,000. That happened every year. So that was 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. So I got 4 of those. I thought I'd only gotten 3, but I got 4 of those. So 4 $1,000 extensions plus the original $8,500 up front. And then they paid $850 a month in rent, and my mortgage to the company that we basically took the loan over for was right around $596 and 41 cents or something per month, and that included the taxes and insurance. It was a VA loan, so yes, I did a subject to on a VA loan, and so we made a little cash flow each month, but really we had this down payment money. And we had picked it up, I think the balance was around $85,000 when we picked it up, and we had agreed on the lease option that he would buy it for $119. So that was back in 2014. So fast forward, 2019's here, and I get an email in the middle of the night that he's decided to forfeit his down payment and move on. And I was like, oh my gosh. And he says, by the way, I moved out last night. And now, remember, I haven't heard from this guy for 5 years, except for the extra $1,000 he would give me each summer to stay another year and to keep his lease option price in place. So to kind of shorten the story a little bit, we took in the down payment money. We had a little bit of cash flow each month. He moved out. We put $15,000 into it to fix it up and get it back rent ready or retail ready. And I chose retail, but I also knew if I didn't go retail, I would just rent it again on a rent to own type program. I ended up selling it for $146 in today's market, and my payoff was somewhere around it was 85, so somewhere around 75,000 when it came in and some change. So you guys do the math on that. It's a pretty good deal. So I love student housing, but that was a pretty good little savings account I had going on. And it was outside of town. We just wanted to see what the market would bring, and it worked. So we paid some real estate commissions, we put it on the MLS and sold it. And how many of you guys would turn down a deal like that? So in the beginning, this house had a driveway that looked like this. It was so steep, and no one wanted to buy it. And the market's good right now. It's a hot market. So the cool part about this house was it was a 4-bedroom house. So around here, you're not gonna buy a 4-bedroom house for $146. So I also knew I had that in my back pocket to overcome the driveway somewhere down the road. So any other in that same neighborhood, a 4-bedroom would have been almost $195,000. So, I mean, could I push the market a little bit more? Maybe. Do I feel like someone got a good deal? They did. They walked in with some equity. But I also knew the house had a challenge with that driveway. We did fix it up pretty nice, so everything's ready to go for them. They have a home warranty on it. So it's like a win-win for everybody. And I didn't, even though that guy moved out in the middle of the night, I didn't take him to court. I didn't go try to get a judgment. I just did it again, right? Because he had given me all that money down. So I was really pretty safe. It was kind of a wash. So I just wanted to kind of show you the numbers on a deal like that nobody wanted in the beginning, because the guy didn't want to list it with a realtor. He didn't, he owed about what the market would have brought on it, because it wasn't it was dated. It had like green tile and gold knobs and some stuff like that. So it wasn't sexy by any means. And it's like making money out of thin air. I hate to say that, but if you know how to structure your deals properly, then you can make deals work when they don't work on the surface for traditional real estate. So that was a pretty cool deal we did, and we just wrapped that up right before we left for the wedding. So just about a month ago, and it was a nice little nest egg to come home to.